Virabhadrasana. We'll start from the left edge of the mat. So all of us, let's do one thing. Let's all face on that side, left edge of the mat. Face to the door, left edge of the mat. Take one big step to the right and make an equilateral triangle of your legs. One leg length possibly, 3 to 5 feet. Toes pointing forward. Toes pointing forward. There. Right foot now, turn the right foot to 90 degrees. Left foot by 45 degrees toward the right. And now, with this, you want to bend the knee, right knee, so that you and align the right ankle with the left arch and bend the knee and raise the arms. And this is how we want to stand. Okay. Take the weight of the body on the back heel. Press the back heel down and make sure your whole body is in, your hips are facing forward. Okay? No, forward, that side. Yeah, sorry. Your hips are in line with the body. And your arms are parallel to each other, parallel to the ground. And look at the right hands, right hand. Okay, you engage your thigh, not your knee. Your thigh should be contracted. Your hips are in line with the body, which is in plane with the body, we can say. Don't square your hips forward, just keep the hips like that. And now look at the right hand. And gently straighten your knees, drop your arms down, feet forward, and pushing the right knee down, bending the right knee, come to the sticky. And gently relax in Shitladhanasana. Relax standing pose. Okay. Now come face me. And we'll now practice the other side. Now start with the left edge. Rather right edge. You're on the right edge or the left edge?
Left.
No, but we're facing the same.
Yeah, that's fine. So all of you start on the right edge. That's
Then
when I
we
start.
then we have to face this one.
Not really. We are
We should
practiced on the right side, right?
We should face the same direction then.
No, it's
We
okay.
practice
I
on
think
the
this
right
way
side
we'll go
only.
left now.
Yeah. Just follow my instructions.
Yeah.
Start on the right edge of the mat. Okay. Face the window, face the sun. Let's put it that way. Okay. Now one big step to the left with the left foot. Okay. Make it equilateral triangle. Comfortable enough for you to practice. Now left foot, turn it by 90 degrees. Right foot by 45 degrees. You have to make your feet a little wider. Okay. Yeah. Now bend at the left knee. Bend at the left knee. Spread the arms out. And now look at the left hand. Okay. Now I want both these experiments done, which is make sure that your hips are in line with the body. This is Virabhadrasana 2. So here it's a slightly different from 1. In 1 we actually go up, we take the hips forward and we, whichever is forward. So here we keep the hips in line and only the neck is turned. Hips in line, in plane with the body. And the pressure, take the weight of the body on the back heel. Press the heel down. And engage this part, the quads. Don't bring pressure on the knee, the front knee. Take the weight on the thigh here. Adjust your feet so that you're engaging the thigh. Gently straighten your knees and drop your hands. Feet forward. Now bend the left knee. Push to sticky. Come back to sticky by bending the left knee and joining it to the right. And then back to Shitladhanasana. Uttanasana. Uttanasana, face forward. So I hope we all understood how to do this, right? I've changed the instructions from last time, it was simpler. I'm just giving you how you can actually help the class, all of them facing on one side, and it looks uniform. That's the idea. Okay, when you want to move to the right, when you want to start, you want to practice on the right side, you want to start from the left edge of the mat, take one big step to the right, and then move the right, so it just flows like that. And then you want to practice the other side, you want to turn them over. So when you start like that, you may also consider facing all of the folks facing forward. I don't know which side you face. Yeah, you did that, right? You did basically just all you are facing the teacher. We didn't do that?
Oh, sorry, this,
Yeah.
this way and
Facing the front.
this way. Okay, got it.
Facing the front. So that way
Always
when I
facing the
talk,
front.
when we talk, when the teachers talk, when you as teacher talk, you're not talking to the students on the other, facing the other side, right? Then they won't listen, they won't know what you're trying to demonstrate, so it will be nice to face forward. That's the idea behind all of this mumbo jumbo that we did. Okay. To explain the mumbo
Yes,
jumbo, right?
no.
Otherwise it becomes mumbo
Yeah,
jumbo.
it makes sense, otherwise I could be doing this way again, keep
Yeah.
going and then face that way.
Yeah, this is the not so easy asana, that's what I have to explain. Engaging this as opposed to engaging the knee, engage the thigh and adjust the angle so that you are engaging the thigh. Otherwise there will be a lot of weight on the knee.
Yeah, but so if you can tell, like where are you putting the pressure on your foot?
Adjust your legs.
So that, you know.
Adjust your legs so you will know.
Yeah, so I guess that it should be on my heel. Because when it was on my this, then there was pressure on the knee.
Yeah.
So
Take-
I just picked up my toe and then
yeah.
the pressure
And
was on
also
the heel.
pressure goes on the back heel more than front heel.
Yeah, but
Yes,
I was
you are
like
right,
this,
you are right.
yeah.
If you lean forward, the pressure comes on the shoulder, on the
Uh-huh.
knees. So don't lean forward or backward.
Yeah.
Keep centered,
Yes.
and pressure is mostly on the back heel, but to some extent on the front heel as well. So you engage the heels more than the front of the feet. Yes.
So secondly, you can lock your thighs, these front leg thighs, and your tailbone straightly in the middle of the body, downwards, and stretch these muscles.
Yeah, right now I feel it here, but now I feel it
It
there.
should be 90 degrees actually.
Yeah.
Take
Well,
it.
everybody cannot take it to 90
I
degrees
mean,
though.
right.
Do what?
Yeah.
Ideally, yes. It should go all the way up to 90 degrees. But if you cannot, and
But nobody is demanding.
yeah.
No, you can see, feel the pressure. If you do like this, puts more pressure on your
Fine.
Yeah.
This way is
Right. The key is what she said, which is use the thigh, use the heels. And what Shobha was saying, that is make sure your tailbone is pointing down, which nobody can figure out what
Yeah.
tailbone is, but
Some pelvic
yeah.
region in between.
pelvic region, yeah, correct. Keep the pelvic region
Yeah,
neutral,
neutral.
and press the back heel down, back foot. Basically take the pressure on the back, so you are now engaging only the thighs and not the knees. That happens if you lift the toes, the front toes. That makes it easy. Okay, let's do one back. This was one that needed explanation. But today we are talking more about the sitting poses. So we'll come down to sitting pose. We'll start with Paschimottanasana. Okay. So here is the thing. Watch the demo. Raise your arms out to the side and turn them overhead to face the palms facing front. Now lengthen the spine upward and now gently from the hips bending down. Okay, and then forward fold when you are here. Try to keep the knees straight. If you simply cannot, then slight raise in the knees is okay, and forward fold like that. try to keep the upper torso in one line. So when you lengthen the spine first, and from the hips, keeping the arch of the regular S curve intact, keep the upper torso in one line and slowly come forward. See the abdomen now touches the thighs, and then you forward fold. At the end, you forward fold. Slight curling at the end. When you do that, make sure you're not hurting your back. Make sure that there is no huge strain on the lower back. If you did arch your back, okay, ideally not. Keeping the torso in one line, and even if you can only go this much, it's fine. And then hold here, like that. See, like that is also okay if that's all you can do. The key is keeping the entire spine nice and straight. Not straight, but keeping its S curve. Okay, let's start. So, gently follow my instructions. Raise your arms out to the side and then turn them overhead until they are vertical, and biceps by the ears, and stretch upward, lengthen the spine. And now, as you are exhaling, bend forward from the hips, keeping the chin up, and then slowly forward fold from the hips, further with your next exhale, and hold the big toes with fingers, or hold the ankles, any part of the leg you can hold. And those who are flexible, you can, once you are down here, you can place the elbows on the ground and bring your head close to the knees. Try to keep the knees straight. If you cannot, if that is bringing strain on the back, you want to gently lift your knees just a bit off the ground like that. And that, if that eases your lower back, go ahead and do that. Making sure the spine has its lower curve and upper curve. That's the key. Hard. This is not an easy pose, but if you cannot simply do that, for now, lift your knees and adjust a bit, and put your head down, if that makes it easy for some of you.
So what do you mean by spine having?
It's S curve. There is a dip here, right? There is a dip here. It's not exactly straight. It's like that. So lower curve is dipped inside like this, right? That has to. When you do this, you are rounding your back. So don't round the back, the lower back, especially lower curve. Don't do this. That will put a lot of pressure on the lower back, and that will tear the tendons, the little ligaments that are attached. That there are ligaments that attach the hip bones to the spine, and you are slowly putting pressure on them. They don't expand, they tear. So you want to be careful. So when you go down, here, look at my spine. Hopefully I'm displaying it right. So see how I'm coming down? There is a spine here, right? There is a curvature here, right? I can feel when I round like this. So you should not round like that. Bend from the lower back without rounding your back. And it's okay to lift. See how I have lifted a little bit? It's okay to do that.
So the S curve needs to be maintained.
S curve needs to be maintained. And the upper back can be curled. The lower back should not be curled. You are actually then putting a pressure here. So you go down and then forward fold. Forward folding from here. Dorsal region is open. Feedback. We'll discuss the details later, okay? This is enough for now as a practice. So go stay there in the final pose. And now as you inhale, raise up, again keeping the torso in one line, stretch up, and now as you exhale, bring the arms down, and relax in Shikila Dandasana, relax standing posture, hands at the back, fingers pointing back. And relax. Gently come back up. Next we'll practice the complementary pose, Ushtrasana. Bringing from Dandasana, bend your knees to one side and come up on your knees and hands. And gently transition into standing on your knees on a soft mat. If you need to, you may want to fold your mat and then put your knees on the mat if you need to. Because we are now on the floor. Yeah. Now, bring the hands behind the pelvis, fingers pointing down, elbows close to each other. Now, as you inhale, lengthen the spine, bend backward, lengthen the spine, and pushing the pelvis forward, bend back. And neck has a slight tilt upward, and you can stay here. Actively lengthen your spine, actively push the pelvis forward, and a slight vibration in the core is expected. And gently straighten your spine. This is Ardha Ushtrasana, half camel. Make sure your knees are hip width apart for an easy practice. Advanced practitioners keep their knees together. Now, to practice full Ushtrasana, now let's do again. Gently bend backward, and now releasing one hand at a time, bring the hand on the heel. You can also rotate the arms, but we don't want to do that. And push the pelvis forward again. Rest your hands on the heels, toes nicely resting on. Don't tuck the toe in if you can. Push the toe down like that. That's safer practice. But if you are okay to tuck it in, you are on your own. Okay. That will simply give you a little bit more length. But ideal practice is to release the toes, and the entire front of this part of the foot is resting on the ground. Okay. Stay there.
Is the neck hanging or
Neck
is
is
it
hanging,
straight?
yeah. Neck is relaxed at the back. Neck is hanging back. Only as much, if you can do. If you cannot, that's okay. Gently come up. You don't want to practice this too long either. And hands again, come back on the waist and slowly release. Your buttocks rest on the heels and come down to Shashangasana, child pose. And relax. Now how to come back. Once again, come on all fours. And gently turn the knees to one side. Place your buttocks on the ground and come to Dandasana. So you want to do this. You want to bring your knees to one side and then come on all fours, and while going back again, turn the knees slightly to the side and rest on your buttocks and release the knees forward. Okay? That is Shitila Dandasana, legs apart, hands at the back. Next, Vakrasana. Bend your right leg, place it next to the left knee, or you can also place it close to the butt. Right leg is bent, right foot is down on the ground. Now, make sure your spine is straight and tall, and as you inhale, place your right palm on the ground behind you. Okay, right palm on the ground behind you, close to the base of the spine, with fingers pointing back. Keep your spine erect. Now, as you inhale, raise the left arm up, and now take it across the right knee and hold the right toe. Straighten the hand, and if you can hold the right toe, you should. Otherwise, you can also keep it straight like this. Okay? And now twist the spine toward the right, push the shoulder away and look to the right. Twist from the waist, turn your head to the right, and look over your right shoulder. Open the right shoulder, actively open the right shoulder. If you can straighten the hand and the left arm and hold any part of the right leg, that is great. Right ankle or right foot, that's great. Otherwise, keep it bent. Don't worry. Keep it bent. And gently release. Straighten your spine. Release the right arm, the left, right leg, and relaxing. Shikila Dandasana. Observe the changes. Gently. Back to Sthiti. Bend your left foot, left leg. Place the left foot close to the buttocks or next to the left knee. And straighten the spine. Take the left hand back and place the palm on the ground behind the spine. And straighten the spine. And now take the right arm, raise up, and take it across the outer left knee, and elbow goes on the outer left knee. Straighten the arm, and if you can catch hold of any part of the left leg or ideally left toe, that will be great. If not, just bend and hold it straight. Gently twist to the left, push the shoulder away, look over your left shoulder. Your spine is straight and twisted. Your left abdomen gets a nice twist and compression. Close your eyes, observe the changes as you practice. Gently release the arms, release the left leg, relaxing. Shikila Dandasana, relaxed sitting pose. In this pose, you can take the hands at the back, fingers pointing back, and head nicely resting, released at the back or to the side. Gently come up to Dandasana. Practice the next pose, which is Vajrasana.
In this
We always
asana,
practice. Yeah.
in this previous asana, breathing becomes shallow when we are
Yes,
say-
when you have twisted, yes, breathing can be shallow. It's possible. Because your abdomen is compressed, your breathing, your lungs are nicely compressed, which is okay. Okay? Now, bend your knees to one side, Vajrasana, bending your knees to one side, come on hands and knees, and gently, this is a table pose, releasing your hands and untuck your toes and gently lower your torso and rest the buttocks between the soles of the feet. So your feet, your toes are together, your the heels move away from each other. You make a little V of your feet and you place the buttocks on that, or if you really can, this is also the other way of practicing Vajrasana, which is heels close to each other. If you can. Most of you cannot do that, so it's okay. Rest your palms on the thighs. Watch your breath. Feel the spine beautifully resting. There is a natural relaxation of the spine when you sit in Vajrasana. Beautiful meditative pose. Now note, I'm not giving any benefits or limitations while we are practicing at this point, because we are mostly trying to understand the pose itself. Now, we'll practice Shashakasana. Process is the same again. Bend your legs to one side and come on hands and knees as in tabletop, and slowly take your hands, now gently release your hands and tuck your toes, gently lower your torso and rest the buttocks in between the feet, the soles of the feet. Now take your hands at the back, make fist of your right hand, catch hold of the right wrist with the left hand, and now lengthen your spine upward and gently bend, lean backward. And as you exhale from the lower back, torso in one line, chin, slowly chin up and gently come down. And finally, the head touches the ground. Relax your shoulders in the final pose. Breath is shallow, but observe the blood flow to the head region, calming down the mind. Now as you inhale, come up. Rise up from the lower back and come up, release your hands, and once again, come on your hands, knees to one side, and relax it, Tadasana. Observe the changes. And now comes Padmasana. These are all meditative poses, what we just did, Padmasana. How do you bend the right leg and take it, right foot on your left thigh close to the body. I'm giving the manual instructions exactly. Okay. Now the right heel must be close to the navel, is what they say, close to the navel. That's how you are supposed to draw it. Now the left, those who can. So now bend the left leg and cross it over the right. And once again, left foot on your left thigh, again close to the navel. So you bring these two heels as close to the center as possible.
So right foot on your left thigh.
Right foot on your left foot across the right, close to the body. If you cannot, we understand. Then you take this left foot underneath. That's half Padmasana. Everybody cannot do full Padmasana, but you want to put, there you go, yes. That's it. One other way is, see, you bend the right foot on the left thigh, left foot beneath the right leg. This is easier version, half Padmasana. Those who cannot do full Padmasana. Okay? There we go. Those who either half or full. Now, sit erect with hands in chin mudra. Watch your breath. Watch the spine's a sort of a nice supported effect to the spine. Just feels naturally straight, naturally supported.